Welcome back. Beer and cupcakes. Sounds good, right? Finding which beer works best with dessert is what you'll learn at tomorrow night's craft beer class for a new season. This popular Pittsburgh Cultural Trust series is back for a 10th year with a new topic each month. And here with more on beer and cupcakes and what else is ahead for the craft beer series and wine series as well are Susan Sternberger with the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust and pastry chef and owner of Café Chocolat, James Kauffman. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Very fun, and I can't wait to talk about all of these great desserts. This just looks fantastic. And so what did you bring for me this morning?
I brought you something that I thought would be nice and light for breakfast.
Okay.
A good way to start your day.
That's right.
Breakfast of champions. But what we're focusing on this month at the Craft Beer School Show is pairing beer and cupcakes together. We do try a different theme every month that we have class. And we have worked with James Kauffman here from Café Chocolat to create the cupcakes for us with beer ingredients, of course. Two very different styles that we're going to be trying tomorrow night.
Great, great. And so this is a nice beer for breakfast, for the morning.
Well,
not going to pair with these two, but what did you bring? What cupcakes did you bring for me?
They're both from Vicini's Distributing Company. I have the Smutty Nose Rocky Road, and then the Victory, their Blackboard series. It's a Belgium peach. Belgium style ale. So each cupcake is obviously made with that particular beer, and then I enhance each cupcake with cocoa powder or cinnamon, or like in this one I put in some fresh peach juice.
I was going to ask how the beer pairs with cupcakes, but now it sounds like the beer is actually used in the cupcake, so that's why it pairs so well.
Right, and you need to use something more fruity, something chocolatey, a bigger bodied beer. You don't want to use hoppy type of beers and whatnot.
I see, I see. So how does the beer school exactly work?
About 10.5 years ago, the Craft Beer School idea was created to be a program for people to meet once a month, except for summer when we take recess. And during those months, we have a 1.5-hour class where we explore all of the craft beer options that are available to us. I would say 11 years ago, the craft beer business was not what it is today.
Right. I've actually done a story on that before, just about how it's exploded, especially locally.
Yes, and we're very pleased and proud of that as well. But we have 250 students who come every month, and we have been sold out in advance for the last 6 or 7 years with this class.
You can see in the pictures in some of our old video that it really has a young following, so that's fantastic.
It does, and it's really kind of become its own community of people who get together once a month and talk and try new beers, perhaps things they would never think of trying, or styles they might be a little timid about. When you start talking about sours or gozas or certain things, people are like, I don't know if I'm really going to like that. And then they try it and they might not. But they haven't made a huge investment.
One sip at a time, though, you find out.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of sipping, we also have wine classes going on.
We do, and we've also been doing wine. We call it the Wednesday Wine Flight, and we do it also at the Cabaret at Theater Square. It takes place once a month as well. We sample 4 wines, and we have light appetizer fare at all of these events as well. We have speakers that come in who might be winemakers or wine distributors. And we have a nice question-answer session. People get a chance to meet the winemakers, perhaps, and talk to them a little bit about their travels, the wineries they visit, the different wines that we pair with the food as well. And again, that's been going on for 10 years. That happens on the first Wednesday of the month there.
Sounds great. And so, James, how did you get involved in this?
I've been a home brewer since '91.
Really?
And when we first moved here, because we moved from Portugal, and we moved here to Pittsburgh, and I started working at Pennsylvania Culinary, and since I was a home brewer, the local homebrewing club, Trash, they had a homebrew competition, and I won Best of Show that first year, and I won a free membership into the Trash Club. And Tony Kipling was one of the members of the club, and
got you involved in all of this.
He likes beer and I like beer, so we hit it right off. And probably 8 or so years ago, I taught another beer and chocolate school with Tony at the the beer school. And
that's great.
So
and
that's how all that started. And then I just loved beer, so I just always started making the beer cupcakes.
The desserts that you brought here on the other side, are those part of the events going on?
Part of the events, no. I just brought them for you guys
To sample?
To sample.
Well, we love that as well. Absolutely.
Everything is gluten-free, including the cupcakes, except for obviously the beer that I did put
Great.
in there. But everything is gluten-free and or vegan.
And where is your bakery located for people that might want to try some of these things over here?
It's not from Robinson Town Center. It's only
great.
a couple minutes from there, just down the street from Tony Dale on Old Steubenville Pike.
Are you still brewing?
Not as much as before.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the time. But
that's always a problem, isn't it? There's no time to do what we want.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you both for being here. And the classes are obviously a big hit, so thanks for telling us more about it.
You're welcome.
The Pittsburgh Cultural Trust Craft Beer School Series on Tuesday night starts tomorrow night at the Cabaret at Theater Square. Then the wine flights start on Wednesday. Find out more about the whole series and James's cupcakes from Café Chocolat. Did I say that right this time?
Yes, you did.
I like that little twist at kdka.com/PTL.